This trade has got to be one of the worst basketball decisions I've ever seen a franchise make. The Phoenix Suns gave entirely too much for an aging Chris Paul. This move was not a basketball decision that was supposed to make the Phoenix Suns better. What this move did was supposed to make Devin Booker feel like the Phoenix Suns got better. Make Devin Booker feel comfortable like the Phoenix Suns are trying to make moves, like they're trying to make the playoffs, all for Devin Booker. No. It's smoke and mirrors. The Phoenix Suns literally got robbed without a gun. They gave up Ricky Rubio, Kelly Oubre, and some draft picks, and maybe some other suckers. I don't remember who they was, but this is not even about the draft picks. This is about your core, Kelly Oubre, your talent, your young buck coming up. When I look at this Phoenix Suns team, and I look at the roster, I look up and down at the roster, there are three standouts, obviously. Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, Chris Paul. After those three names, where do we go from here? Show me that roster on the Phoenix Suns. Show me the players that will amount to an big better than an eighth seed. Show me a 3 or 5 seed, a top 5 team based off this roster by trading for Chris Paul. You can't do it because the Phoenix Suns were robbed. They basically handed over talent for nothing. You gave the Oklahoma City Thunder future some hope. When you look at the roster, look at the Thunder roster going forward now. Ricky Rubio, at the 1. Roberson, Andre Roberson, whether you want to put him in starting or not, or go with Shai Gilgeous, because Shai Gilgeous could play the 1, 2, or the 3. Let's say you go with Shai Gilgeous at the 2. So we got Ricky Rubio at the 1, Shai Gilgeous at the 2. Danilo Gallinari, you could put him at the 4 or the 3. He's probably going to be a 4. Kelly Oubre is going to start at the 3. You still got Steven Adams at the 5. Their roster is solid. The OKC roster is solid. When you look at the Suns, you didn't do much. You got an 18-point per game scorer and 11 rebounds in DeAndre Ayton, which is solid. There's no question he'll even get better by playing with Chris Paul. Chris Paul is going to find him easily, no question. They will work like magic. I have no question about chemistry when it comes to Chris Paul and Devin Booker. Booker has a legit point guard. Booker had a point guard in Rubio. Rubio averaged 8.8 assists a game. Him and Chris Paul is not that much far off in terms of being a point guard and assist. Rubio averaged 13 points a game in scoring. Chris Paul averaged 18 points a game. Okay, so you got a 5-point difference. Obviously, the Chris Paul factor gives them more. He might have a 25-point game, a 30-point game. It's possible for him, especially playing with Devin Booker and those being a threat out there. But that's it. What else do you see there for that Phoenix Suns roster? It's actually laughable. And I don't even blame Chris Paul. I blame the bubble. The bubble gassed you. The bubble gassed so many people because it was a shortened season. It was an extended season in a sense. It was a laid off season. You got to rest. A dude like Chris Paul got plenty of rest in the bubble. So he got to show out. Another distracting memo that I want to point out there. Chris Paul played with Shai Gilgeous and Dennis Schroeder. At times, there was times where he played with all three of them on the court at the same time. That was a problem for you to guard against. Those were 3 fantastic guards out there in the court. Now you put more emphasis and more pressure on an aging Chris Paul to handle that ball with Devin Booker. Yes, both of those two can share the ball and move it. But now, who's coming off the bench? You got rid of Jalen Lackey, the dude from the G League, the young boy, who's nice. He's nice. You gave him away to OKC for free. You gave him one of your best perimeter scorers, not even perimeter scorers, slashers, slash scorers in Kelly Oubre, young buck coming up. Kelly Oubre was now coming into his own. You gave him away to OKC. OKC has a promising future. The Phoenix Suns do not. The Phoenix Suns, by making a move like that, it's almost you're in win now mode. But what are you winning now with? The Lakers are better than you. The Clippers are better than you. The Mavs are better than you. The Denver Nuggets are better than you. The list goes on. All those teams, besides Houston Rockets, because we don't know which way their future is going to turn. If they lose Westbrook and Harden, depending on what they get, they might fall for the worse or even be better. Who knows? But if they lose Harden, it definitely won't be better. But There are too many teams in the West that are better than the Suns. The Suns did not do anything with this move. All you did was waste Chris Paul time, and you wasted Devin Booker's time. I hope Devin Booker realizes that he tried to put the banana in the tailpipe. This was the okie doke. They tried to okie doke you, Devin Booker. They're trying to play you like you're stupid. This team is not built to be any better than they was last year. They were good in the bubble. They went undefeated. They had promise. You get Chris Paul. Yes, that's an upgrade at your point guard position. It's a veteran leadership. It's scoring. It's everything. It's playmaking. It's the whole package. But you cannot win in the NBA if you don't have a complete team. We all know that. That's on record. If your team is not complete, what are you winning? How can this team get past an 8th seed? Show me somewhere on this roster that says this team is going to be past an 8th seed, because I don't see it. They got to make another move. And what moves are you going to make when you gave everything up? You're not going to give up Ayton now. You're not obviously not giving up Booker. You don't even have no more pieces to work with. So now you're going to be dumpster diving in the free agent pool to try to bolster your roster. But at the same time, the team is garbage. I'm sorry. Devin Booker and Chris Paul are going to drop buckets. Ayton is going to drop buckets. They might have a fantastic year in terms of numbers, but they won't win. They won't win like that. It's evident. The OKC, I like that lineup much better. Ricky Rubio, Danny Green at the 2. If you want, he can still start him. Ricky Rubio at the 1, Danny Green at the 2, Kelly Oubre at the 3, Danilo Gallinari at the 4, Steven Adams at the 5. That's legit. That's legit enough to win games. That's legit enough to even get you an 8th seed. Chris Paul got played. Devin Booker got played too.